As I go into the class, I'm going to be covering a couple of things that the Bible referred to as the spirit of. Maybe about 3 or 4 of the things that the Bible refers to, the Lord refers to as the spirit of. First, to get understanding, spirit is unseen. Okay, spirit is an unseen force. Spirit is an unseen force. When I pause, I'm giving you a time to write it down, get it down. Certain things I want you to have down, I'll pause for you to write. Other things I might just be going through. Spirit is an unseen force. It's invisible, but you know it's there. That makes sense to anybody? Can you see your spirit? Right. But you know it's there. For anybody that didn't make sense to, all right. It's invisible, but you know it's there. You see your body, but you don't see the spirit. But the spirit is what animates the body, is what makes the body alive. It's the force. So I'm going to give you that understanding. It's like a car. If it have tinted windows, you can't see inside the car. You see the car itself. But you know there's something in it that's actually moving it. A person, right? Okay. The effects of the spirit, you can feel it. That's how you know it's a force. It interacts with you on an everyday basis. You feel it pulling or pushing you into in different directions. The first spirit of that I'm going to deal with is the spirit of the world. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 12. There is a spirit, there's a force in the world that pushes and pulls you in the direction of evil. And you're supposed to be aware of it. You're not supposed to be walking around docile. That there's no influence. The scripture says the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduces the righteous. Okay, the wicked has a way. Where's the wicked getting that way from? That way is all in the world. Do everybody understand that? 1 Corinthians, do everybody understand that? Okay. Everybody means you. Or everybody means you too. Okay? 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 12. Read that for me, please.
Now we have received not the spirit of the world.
Okay, so you're not supposed to have the spirit of the world. We are not supposed to have the spirit of the world. Everybody understand that? What is the spirit of the world? It is that unseen force that pulls and pushes you towards evil. Read it again from the top, verse 12.
Now we have received not the spirit of the world.
Okay, so you're not supposed to have nothing that's pulling you towards evil. You don't supposed to be feeling like, you're not supposed to feel. If you feel like you're being pulled towards evil, then you are in the spirit of the world. Now the scriptures are saying we don't have that. We haven't received that spirit of the world. Something that, you know how people say, Satan made me do it? Right? Pushes you. Pulling you. Like, I'm going to try my hardest not to do this. Why you got to try your hardest not to do it? You got to try your hardest not to eat a pork chop? Hello. Some people tell me, you got to try your hardest not to eat a pork chop? You got to try your hardest not to commit adultery? You got some people that's excited to do wickedness. And they brag about it. You got people that want to come into the truth and want to tell war stories about how wicked they was in the world. What's that all about? Yeah, he bragging about the wickedness in the world. Yeah, the whore of Babylon, please. I outdid Babylon. If you come in the truth and you find out that anything, like you may come in the truth covered from the neck down in tattoos, okay? Well, you can't even see your skin no more. The last thing you're supposed to be doing is walking around with a tank top. You ain't supposed to be boasting your wickedness. You're supposed to be ashamed of your wickedness. Remember what the scripture says. The scripture says when the Lord deliver us, if we get into the land of Jerusalem, that we're going to remember our past. You got some people saying, I got a past. And they happy about it. They want to tell everybody, I was a dyke in my former life. Like, why would you want to tell something? You're supposed to be ashamed of this stuff. Okay, what do they do in the world when they got tattoos? They ain't getting tattoos to cover it up. They're getting tattoos so everybody can see it. So they wear the least amount of clothing wherever that tattoo is. What are you doing? You got people that was born in the truth that, damn, it's strange to them. They walk around, see you with covered with tattoos. They don't know you wasn't born in the truth like they wasn't. What the hell? Right? You want to come in there and tell us about your adventures. You want to sit up there and talk to the young men and women, I had more men than you could count. You going to get over my past? Like, more than I could count? Well, what did you do? Or did you cheat on any one of them? Yep, every one of them. I'm giving you real confidence. Remember, I don't make stuff up in here. When I have to mention something in here, it's becoming a problem. You're trying to glorify wickedness. The spirit of the world. That's the spirit of the world. Okay, in the truth, you're supposed to be ashamed of wickedness. If you got tattoos from the neck down, you're supposed to be in turtlenecks in the summer. You're supposed to be sweating like hell. Be like, damn, what you got? Why we never see your neck? Be like, I'm sick. Not part of the NBL walking around trying to show your madness. Right. Talking negative. Let's get the book of Ephesians chapter 2. The spirit of. So far, we in what? What we in right now? The spirit of what? The world. I won't hear everybody. We're in the spirit of what? The world. We're in the spirit of the world. And what about the spirit of the world? You have not received it. We're going to get what you receive, which is the spirit of the truth. The scriptures tell us this. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 2. Read it.
Wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world.
The course of this world. You walk in time past for those of you that was not born in the truth. Then you walked according to the course of this world. The course of this world means the path that everything is moving in. What's the path that everything is moving in the world? Damn homosexuality, okay? Don't act like y'all don't know. Y'all don't think this is strange? When I was younger, when I was a teenager, I used to be like, Satan must be teaching a class somewhere. I said, people in the world going to class. Because I found that everybody that was not connected, everywhere were doing the same thing. I'm like, how the hell they all doing the same thing, thinking the same way, speaking the same things? No matter where you go. It's like they all sat in the same class. And when you was in the world, you walked according to that. Whatever was popular, whatever was trending, you did it. You wanted to do it. If it was smoking some weed, you wanted to do it just to look cool. No matter how wicked it was. You got people you got people telling people the truth. They was excited to do wickedness. Like, what are you doing telling that to somebody that's pure in the truth? Like, to try to damn poison their mind, you was excited to do it? What kind of wickedness? Start to make them wonder, like, what? Cheated on every one of them? Wonder what that's like. The Lord said, again, read it one more time.
Wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world.
Okay, the way everything was going, okay, what do you see? Okay, when some of you were growing up, there was, well, I'm pretty sure there was some damn transgenders, if that's what you want to call it. But they were hiding. They wasn't standing up and saying, excuse me. I know I look like a boy, but I'm going to the woman's bathroom. They wasn't doing that. They wasn't telling the teacher, in the classroom, okay, please don't refer to me as he. Teacher sitting there confused. What would you like to be called, young man? You see, I'm sewing. I told you I'm her. Now, teachers catching hell. This is all true stories, okay? The teacher mistakenly let out of his mouth. He read that right. Everybody in the class like that.
This student was just passed to me by another teacher, and there was no professional dialogue between myself, the school. But being intuitive, I thought, this particular student wanted to be called a boy, but there was nothing, no professional dialogue, as I'm suggesting.
Right.
Obviously, I wanted to incorporate this student in the class, welcome her to the class, and get
him.
Well, of course, this is the issue, isn't it? We don't. No, do we?
You were calling her by her. You always called her by her name.
I was calling her by her first name.
You weren't using. You weren't using pronouns.
Not at all. I would say first name. But I wanted to incorporate her in the lesson, and I'm speaking from a place of personal conviction, saying her. So that's obviously an issue for discussion.
Do you find it difficult to say him?
It's not that it's a difficult thing for me, but I think as adults, it's something that we can talk about. And as we're referring to this, I was trying to incorporate said student into the class. And initially, the student was getting the poorest scores in the class and went on to get the best score in the class in the most recent test. So I thought I was doing my job, just as you'd expect, being a maths teacher.
Well, but you addressed the class, didn't you? You said, well done, girls. That's what...
Well, it's not an all-girls school, it's a mixed school.
Right.
But there was a few.
It was a small
students.
working group, wasn't it?
Yeah, just a small working group, and so I said this comment, a slip of the tongue. I really didn't want to sort of project anything onto the student, because obviously, teacher standards treat all students with respect.
Yeah. And you apologised straight away, because the reaction from the student was they were very upset.
Of course. The head teacher addressed me, and he there's an investigation that's going to take place. And initially,
she identifies as Caitlin. You better respect it. Now everybody's a damn transgender, okay? Everybody's a faggot. You don't even hear that word no more. A comedian can't even say faggot no more.
Well, Kevin Hart's job hosting the 91st Academy Awards lasted just 2 days. The actor and comedian was announced as the host Tuesday afternoon, but overnight Hart stepped down following an outcry over previous homophobic tweets and comments he made during stand-up routines nearly a decade ago.
They can't even tell a joke about a fag. Ain't that something? See, that's what's so good about being in the truth. Well, I know I don't give a damn. I'm about to say we don't give a damn, okay? You can't try to blow us up, okay, and damn make it go viral. He said faggot, okay? Guess what? Okay, everybody hates me now? Okay, guess what? Fulfilling prophecy. Thank you very much. I'll say faggot in a million different ways, okay? I'll be whirling around in my mouth, okay? Faggot, 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 faggot. Some people are offended right now. They laugh. We don't give a damn about your world, okay? And your lack of morals and your standards that somebody's supposed to live up to. The Lord will call you out. You adulteresses and adulteresses. Like, who the hell you think you is? Trying to damn tell somebody they wicked. I mean, you're the most wickedest. Everybody understand that? Okay, you're mad as hell because you're a lesbian. Ain't that something? This is normal now, right? The path of everything that's moving is what the Bible said. Read on.
According to the prince of the power of the air.
Okay, now, who world is this? Who world is this? Who's the God of this world? So who's the one that's actually influencing all this wickedness? Who's the one that's actually introducing all this wickedness into society? That's what it means by according to the prince of the power of the air. You walked according to the ways of the devil. That's the spirit of the world. What the devil think is acceptable. You obeyed Satan, the prince of the power of the air. He's a prince because he has a kingdom. Okay, he's the prince of devils, like it tells you in the book of Matthew. That's who he's the prince of. Surrounded around demons that worship him. Spiritual and physical. Diabolical. Do everybody understand that? Give me the book of Matthew chapter 9. Again, let me get another read up here. Matthew chapter 9. So everything, the course of what's going on in the world, Satan is the one that has introduced it into the world.